Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a shop my stash slash colouring plans for the next quarter. I haven't done one of these videos in a really long time, and I always watch Lily's, which is Art Journey UK here on YouTube. She does them and I always really enjoy them, and I just figured it might help spur me on. So I'm going to do a bit of a, I've pulled out some books that I fancy working on. I'm going to do quarterly rather than monthly because I don't colour fast enough to be picking a load of pages out for the month. But I figured for the quarter, like the season, that might feel a little bit more comfortable, give me a little pile to work from, give me a little bit of focus, a little bit more direction, which is what I'm sadly needing right now. And I've also pulled out a few different kind of mediums and materials that I would also like to focus on, either because I've maybe not used them or I haven't used them for a long time, or just fancied working with those. I tend to pull things that I haven't worked with for a while so that my stuff is being rotated. I do try to rotate my materials as much as possible. So with regards to what I want to colour for this quarter, obviously it is right now December 2023. We are a few days into December. I am a little bit behind. I think it's the 10th. So I have already coloured actually a couple of pages this month. I'm doing really rather well for me lately. Now I have this work in progress by Mariola Budek from one of her books, and I am going to keep this in my pile. Haven't touched it for a week or so, but I've made more progress on it than I probably have in the last 2 years. In this last month or so, done all the greenery and the roses, and finished off her purple hair. So I'm going to keep that one in my pile, and hopefully if it's in there, ignore the janky voice, hopefully if it's in there, I might work on it. We will see. Pop that off to one side. So you of course know, if you've watched my 10 books to finish videos over the last few years, I always update them, that I do have a certain number of books kind of on my kind of target list to finish anyway. So I will of course start with those because they tend to always feature in my pile, although I've only pulled a couple of them into my pile this time round, just because maybe some just didn't fit or I didn't fancy it and I wanted to swap it for others. So, you know, it's tough, it is what it is. I think, yeah, so these are my 10 books to finish anyway. So I've got Carla Magana's Spooklets, and seeing as I do have a Colour Buddy page with the lovely Chelsea, she has a channel here on YouTube as well. Is it Chelsea's Creative Colouring Escape? She changed it and I can never remember the new version. I will pop it down below. So I really fancy maybe, you know, I'll do a couple of pages in this because I've worked quite a bit in this. You know, it'd be nice to see it filled in a bit more, and they're always just super relaxing. They don't take long. I use markers. And then of course my Chibi Girls Jade Summer, 2 books in one. This is my kind of grayscale alcohol marker, just relax and sit and colour, and I haven't touched this book in some time, so it would be nice to, well, A, finish this page, and B, maybe do some new ones. And of course I do need to fix this girl at some point as well. So yeah, it would be nice to get some more pages done in there now that I've finished my Chibi Horror. I then of course have one of my favourites, and that is my Vasocycle Reptiloids. And seeing as I was working in a page, I say was because I have finished it, I sneak peek for my completed pages, there you go, I have finally finished this page. I really love how it's turned out. I love my water. I think we're gonna, let's sort the exposure out on this so you can actually see what I'm doing. Super love how the water's turned out there. So yeah, sorry, I was just checking the settings on there. So yeah, I'm Really pleased with that page, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it in my pile because I have started to base coat another page, so obviously I was, you know, fancying doing another one, so I'll keep that as well. And then of course my Enchanted Faces book by Hannah Lynn, the pocket size edition. I always work on this if I'm working on anything. I do have a buddy group in this book, and I have managed to catch up on some of my backlog, and I did get this page done, and I absolutely adore how she's turned out. Really like her hair and her clothes, and even her skin, which is a surprise for me. Her arms are a bit dark, but you know, not too bad. So you can see I've based another page there, and I've finished a couple. I'm not going to show you everything I've done, or I'll have nothing to show in my completed pages, but that is a standard in my pile, so we'll keep that. And then I have actually, I know you'll all be surprised because I never usually do, pulled out some Christmas books to have a go. That's not a Christmas book, what am I doing? Some Christmas books to have a go. Am I going to sneeze? I'll be right back. I did sneeze, caught that just in time. So, I have actually pulled out some Christmas books, which is unusual for me. I don't colour Christmas pages, I really just don't. But if I'm going to, these are the books I like. I've got the Joshua Dunbar Christmas Cuties, because I just love his little books. They're super fun, quick and easy, and I did actually do this one last year, so there's that. And then of course there is my Joanna Basford, Joanna's Christmas. I love this book as well. I do actually have I don't know how the pencil has bled through, that's strange. And not even the same colours, unusual. Might have been the backing sheet I had. So I've got this Forever Whip that I could do with sorting out. It's been that long, the pencil's actually faded. Not got much done in here, but I think I have got like bits and pieces. I used to test pencils in here, so maybe it'd be nice to sort some of the pages out because they're really rather beautiful little illustrations. And I have completed this guy who I love and who I kind of made a little bit Halloweeny with the black cats there. You can always trust me. Oh, and I do have this one as well, which I rather like. So I've done a couple. So I've got that just in case. Oh, yay me, I did actually write down the Polychromos pencils I was using on that back page. So that's something. So I've got those two, which will fulfill my kind of Christmas month if I get to that kind of something. And then the only real seasonal book that I've pulled from there would be this one. I did get Morgan O'Brien's new Winter Matchstick Mouse. And so, you know, I thought, I love these little books, and that is definitely something that it's a little bit Christmassy as well, so I suppose I could put that in my Christmas column, but it's not just locked to a Christmas column because it's all wintry, so it will see me through January and February as well, I reckon. So I pulled that. I've got two Christine Caron books because well, if I remember right, I've got a Buddy Colour Forever Whip in this one that I need to work on, so I have that page to finish. I've done the tiniest little bit in the flowers, and then I've got my new Fairy and Fantasy 5, and I know it's terrible. I've got so many books, other books I need to work in, but I just really love some of the stunning illustrations in this one. So I have pulled it because at the minute I'm working on what I want to, because otherwise I'm not working on anything at all. So I've got those two, and then to fulfill my little book need, I've pulled these two. So the new Joanna Basford Small Victories, because it is of course very new from her and therefore very popular, and hoping to do maybe some videos on the channel with you guys while it is still new and you want to colour in it. And then I've pulled this Selena Fenwick Fedorables Minis 2 because again it's little and I can colour and it's just super cute, and when I flipped through it I fancied it, so that is the only rules to make the list, basically. So I've grabbed those two as well for nice easy ones. And then I've gone with these three as well. I picked myself a Hannah Coles on because I generally do, and I've picked the Midnight Masquerade because I felt like it had some kind of more wintry themed pages in it. It may just have been the dark blue cover, who knows, but it was the one I thought, I haven't touched this a long time, let's have a play and a work in this one, and I figured I could make some of them winter themed. So, and I haven't worked much in this at all. I think that's the main page that I've done here. So I picked that one, and then randomly just really fancied Rachel Mint's Friendship Grayscale, because it just has these really cute little bunnies in. I think I have done a page, yes, a page in here. It turned out super cute. So I figured that was quite different and maybe something a little bit of fun. So not sure which one I fancy, but I've got that book. And then this is a wishful thinking book. I've got Joseph Cattenbang's Aviary. I love this beautiful, gorgeous book. I mean, I love all his books and I never get to any of them. So I really wanted to put it in my pile. I know I have many other books that I need to work in, but I really like this one. This reminds me of Nocturne from Anastasia Ellie Calder-Riva. Just because it makes you feel really inspired when you flip through it. So I'm sure I'll be able to pick a page that I fancy and crack on in there. I mean, just wow, some of these. And yeah, there's a few that strike my fancy in there, to be honest. So those are the books that I've pulled and that I'm going to pop into my little box by my desk. And then from there, I need to move said books because I've piled them on top of my the media that I want to, you know, not exclusively work with, obviously, but try and make sure I do use and incorporate into my pages. A bit back, I bought the Starjoy Gold, and I haven't used these at all, I don't think, so far. So I pulled some out ready for a page, and so I would like to get some use out of these Starjoy Gold. So I'm going to pull those into rotation for this quarter and leave those out. From there, I have this beautiful set of Indra Creative, because I do like to have a macaron or pastel set to hand as well. And again, these are newer to me and I have not used them. These beautiful pencils. I think I got the 72 set, if I remember right. I'm sure I bought the, did it say on the, yeah, this the bigger set of 72. So I really want to try out these bad boys as well. And then just because I never use them and yet I do really like them, and also because I knew I'd pulled the Christine Caron books and the nicer Amazon paper works beautifully with these. So I've pulled Prismacolor because yeah, they really do not see that much use from me, and I haven't used them for ages. I mean, they still see a little bit of use, but you know how fast Prismas go down, so the fact that this is my first ever Prisma set and I haven't used any of them. Got some out because I'm already working on some skin, so I pulled those. And then I also pulled, while we were trying to find things that I've not used forever and a day, I pulled my Crayon 120 as well. You know, because I've got plenty of Amazon paper, the Joanna Basford paper these work well with, so you know, I figured they'll go over alcohol Morganite in my Amazon print, and so I've pulled those as well. And then I was sitting and looking and playing and deciding and sorting. And for background media, I've pulled my gel pen crayons. Now, I do use these quite often. I love gel crayons, but it's just a reminder for me to, you know, get my finger out and do some backgrounds this month. So I don't really use my gel crayons by brand. I'll use by colour. So I probably use, you know, a bit of everything. I've got Shutter Art, The Best Crafts, King Art, I've got Faber-Castell, I've got Ranger's Distress crayons, I've got all kinds of gel crayons. I love these things, so I'll definitely use those. And then I've also pulled out my Posca because I'm going to use a bit more acrylic paint pen as well, because I have a few new sets and I've got a video coming out with a different set. So again, I use by colour rather than brand. So at the moment, I'm only really using Posca and Thule Art. So they're the two that I have in my set that I am that I have in my drawer that are kind of rotating in use. So I have both of those to play with for backgrounds, or Posca's a bit of both, bit of backgrounds, bit of highlight, bit of whatever, but I've got them anyway. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to play with this month. So I've got plenty of books, plenty of pencil choices. Obviously, like I said, I'm not limiting myself to only using those media in my books. They were just the things that I've pulled out that I haven't touched for some time, that I thought, let's have a play with those again. Let's remind ourselves how much we like those again. And yeah, that is my colouring plans for the next few months. What are you guys pulling out? Do you have some of the same books pulled out as me? Do you like to do this? Do you like to, you know, at the beginning of a month or a quarter, kind of pull some things out and pop them in your little tub on your desk so that you've got some plans? Do you do what Colouring with Kay, she's cool with this. She actually picks the pages as well. Like, she'll go through and she'll tab the pages that she fancies doing. I may actually have a go at that. I'm not good at sticking to any kind of plan, I've noticed, but it might be fun to also pick out some pages that I fancy doing. Who knows? And apart from that, I will see you in the next video. Happy crafting, happy colouring, happy whatever you're doing, happy December, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.